Alrighty, today I'm going to show you how to use a fantastic tool. This is a tool that has multiple uses within the classroom and within administrative needs. And I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Smore. Smore is a free newsletter or graphic design program. I do believe now, since it's becoming so popular, that you get so many free and then you have to upgrade to a year account. But I don't think the price is very expensive. And I think if this is a tool that you like using, I so totally think it is worth it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through the basics on how to create a s'more and show you some kind of additional tools that can be used within this program. So when you create your account, you'll see that up here in the toolbar, you'll have an option to create a new flyer, and you'll have your flyers that you have created. As always, there's a help button. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new flyer. You can do that from the toolbar, or you can do that from this big button. And as you see, you have some options. You can start from blank, but I think between these 6 templates, you should be able to modify and customize however you see fit. So they give you 6 options. They give you an event, and they kind of give you a concert or conference, a business, a for sale template, news bulletin, a class or seminar, and then other, if nothing else applies. Today we're going to use it for the purpose of creating a newsletter. I have done it in the class before and have let the students use this as a presentation model. So it's whatever you want to use it for. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a fake newsletter. Okay, and I'm going to call it Tuesday Happenings, and I'm going to add a little subtitle. And as you notice, you are limited to your characters. As I started typing, my number here got smaller. So just remember that in case your subtitles, your titles get too long, they might not let you put that on there. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create my basic template, my basic newsletter, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to change it and make it look pretty. You can see here that within this particular template, you have the title and the subtitle. You have your paragraph. This is what a paragraph looks like. You have an option to include pictures. You have an option for a title. Here's another paragraph, and then you have like your personal information, okay? So we're just going to add something to each one, and then I'm going to show you how you can delete. So here would be my sample paragraph. I'm going to give it a title. You don't need to give it a title. And I'm going to say, here is where you can find some great resources. Please click the appropriate, cannot spell. And then maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ELA resources and maybe math resources. I want to make that look pretty, so I'm just going to highlight and I'm going to add a bullet there. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, I kind of organize my resources in a tool called Symbaloo. So let's say this is going to be the resources that I'm going to attach. So I would open up my new tab, I'd find the resource I want to attach, I would highlight it, I would copy it, and I go back in, and right here where it says wherever I want to add the attachment or the link, I would highlight and I would add the hyperlink. And then here I would paste and I'd hit link. So now when I click on my ELA, you can see it changed and it's a link. So in the newsletter, people will be able to click on that and it will actually link out to my resource page. Okay? So that's one thing that you can do with that. Then I'm going to hit done. Okay. Here, I want to add some pictures. So I can click on the picture. I have actually on my desktop, I have some images. So let me get some images up. Maybe I have some 21st century images. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click this one and I'm going to hit open. And as you can see, it's going to upload it. I can click here. I can add another one. And I'll click here and I'll put a third. Now, if I want to add a title, all I do is I can add a title. 21st century skills. Here I'm going to say Bloom's taxonomy. And then down below, I'm going to say pedagogy wheel. Okay. Now I can just leave it as my title, and this is what it'll look like. Okay. But if I want to add a little explanation, which each one would call for, all I have to do is hit edit, and we'll bring this back up. I can say 4 C's of 21st century learning. Here I can say great graphic, I don't know. And here I can say interactive wheel of resources. There we go. And then I hit done. And now you can see it added my little explanation. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a title, and I'm going to put, I'm just going to go ahead and add this link again. Here I can do one of two things. I can just add a title. This title has no links. Or if I want my title to actually, when I click on it, it'll link to an outside page. All I would do, I'm going to just go back and use this same link, is here I would add that link. So now when I click on my Symbaloo of resources, it's going to actually, when I click on that title, it's going to go back to my Symbaloo page. Okay. Here is another paragraph, but say I really don't want this paragraph. I can click on the X and it'll get rid of it. Okay. But say that I do want to add maybe another picture. So what I can do is I can click on picture and I have a choice. I have a choice of either adding one big picture or I can add that photo gallery again. So let's say I'm going to add the big picture. Here's my big picture. I'm going to go in and say I'm going to put in this developing 21st century thinkers, and I'm going to put that right there. And here is my big picture. And once again, I have the option of whether I want the 1 or the 3. But say that I want this picture to be before something else. All I have to do is take it and drag it, and I can move it where I want it to be. And there you go. And I have moved it around. Now here what I'm going to do is say that I want to add another picture, say that I want to just personalize it so it's my own. So what I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to add this picture there. So then that's going to be my picture. And then I am going to go ahead and I am going to add a little profile information for parents. Here I can add my Facebook page. Here I can add my Twitter handle. Here I can enter an email address. Here I can add my email information. Here I can put my blog page. I can put whatever. And then here you can see I have a little profile down at the bottom. So now let's say that there's something that I want to move around. Maybe I want these pictures to be first. All I have to do is click on it and I can drag it around and I can make it whatever I want it to be. Okay? Now, so this is how I would make my basic newsletter. Now I want to make it a little pretty. You know, I kind of like this, but maybe I don't like how it is. Oh, here it says this flyer is located in Columbia. I can change it and I can put Mexico, Missouri, or I could put no location and it wouldn't even pop up. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change my theme. Here with the free version, you get some different themes. You can do the handwritten theme. Within the handwritten theme, you'll have different backgrounds. You'll have different color options. And you'll have different fonts that you can use. If you decide to pick another theme, what I really like about Smore is they'll get into the seasonal themes. So say that I want to pick the pumpkin theme. So now I have different backgrounds. Ooh, say that I want the bats, or I want the candy corns, or I want the spooky tree. Then I also have different colors. And if you just scroll over, you can see that my page is changing. I really like this one. And I want to do more of a Halloween-y, or I can do a fun one. So it's whatever you want to do. So now I'm done editing. Well, I'm going to save now. And what it's doing is it's saving my Smore. I can always go back. All I would do is I would come up to my flyers and I would look at my flyers. And if I wanted to switch one, if I wanted to edit, then I can just pull it up and I would hit edit your flyer. Okay. You can take a look and preview it as how the viewer will see your page. And what you'll notice is when you pull it up, it'll show you some other flyers that are trending right now, okay, that are kind of using Smore in the same fashion that you use Smore. So you'll see some here. So this will give you a very good example of some other Smores out there. What I can do is I can go back and I can take a look at my Smore by just clicking on the previous tab up at the top. And if I want to edit my flyer, I just say edit my flyer. If not, here is my tab. Here is my link that I would just highlight and I would paste into an email or into another form of communication. And this will link to this particular Smore flyer. You also have the option to print. You can click print. You can download this as a JPEG, but that's going to take the upgraded version to do that. But you can print your flyer for those parents that don't have email access. And then what you'll do is you'll see that here's your printer. Here's your printer page. And you'll see that this particular one is going to be actually 2 pages. So what I could do is I could do a front and a back if I wanted to, and I would print. Okay. So this is really the basics of Smore. I highly recommend you get in and just playing with it a little bit. See if it's something that you really like. I hope this was helpful. Thanks.